Hello, so I'm here in Lucky Cat Landing, and I just want to go over a few things because I think myself and a few other people are feeling quite frustrated about this. So this beautiful house, like I love it, lots of other people love it, um, but there has been concerns about it, not just from me, but other people that love this house are also feeling concerned about the item limit here. So I'm just going to go over some stuff with you because I really feel like this needs to be changed. It looks quite small up here right now. I'm going to actually clear out some of these items we've got here so you can see the full extent to how big outside here is. As you can see, it's quite a lot of space. Um, you see the balcony is just around this corner. Um, I don't want to alarm you even more when it comes to the item limit, but it's possible to build a walkway over here up to the balcony so that you can actually reach the balcony from here and essentially make the space even bigger. Obviously, you don't have to do that, even as it is if you want to do that. I released my decorating video of this. You'll be able to see my decorated version in the video, but I'm just going to go over it quickly with you. That's an annoying bug too. That did use to say menu, but the little bits I put in there keep moving around by themselves. Very annoying. So somebody mentioned that the reason I couldn't decorate this is because I covered the walls. I just want to show you quickly when it comes to covering these walls. Look at the size of this. This covers one wall. I haven't used a huge amount. I've used 3 tables here. And I've used 3 tables there. The others are just this one big brick item. Oh, and I've also put 3 there as well. It's not a huge amount of items I've used to cover walls. If I took these couple of items that I've used to cover walls out, I still would not be able to do what I want to do in here. I've had to leave this completely empty. Didn't have any slots left to decorate this. As you'll see, you can actually get to the garden again going that way. So yeah, it's quite a lot of space when it comes to outside space that I've had to leave. I put a few little things outside just to make it less empty, but to be honest, I probably could have just removed those because it didn't make much difference. So this is a very bare room. Haven't got much in here at all. I built a little thing that used 1 slot, just putting that floor there, and another 1 slot for this. I did put quite a lot of clutter items up here because why not? I had the items left over. I couldn't have used that many items to decorate in the area that I blocked off, which was all of this very long corridor. As you can see, bits have come through the wall. I didn't bother cleaning those up or moving them down because I blocked this area off. I'm actually removing them right now though, just so you can see the size of this room. So the rooms aren't big here, but they're not tiny. So this is far too big for a medium home. We're going to go to a couple of medium homes now. Just going to show you quickly. Okay, so we're in Cliffshade. I know this one's like extra good for item slots, but look at the size of this. Very small narrow rooms. Tiny spot up here, no garden or outside space. This has the same amount of items as Lucky Cat Landing where we just were. That's the whole house. Here we are in Ravenhurst. Quite a big open room, but that's it for downstairs. This is the space we've got upstairs. Have a quick look at the garden. This is a 400 item house. Some people have actually said that they struggle to decorate this house with 400 items as well. This house has 400 items. Here we are in Sleek Creek. As you can see, it's quite a big garden. Not quite as big as the Lucky Cat's garden. Much smaller than that. And then we go up into the house. Okay, this is the only part we have for the house. As you can see, the garden and house are a bit smaller in Sleek Creek. 400 items. Here we are in the exercised coven cottage. This one also has quite a big garden. Little house though. The size of this house compared to the Lucky Cat. The garden, again, I think probably about the same amount of space all in all when it comes to this outdoor space. Again, 400 items. I think you're starting to get the picture now. So yeah, all of these have 400 items. Okay, so we just had a look at those other ones. So you can see loads of outdoor space, including the balcony as well over there. Lots and lots of outdoor space. All of this up here as well. The house, also much bigger than those medium homes. Hard to see right now because I've got loads of stuff in here. It's a shame there's not just a button really to be able to clear houses out. And people said the rooms were small, but they're not that small. About average for a medium home in size, but there are lots of them. So yeah, this is not a medium home. What they've essentially done is they've got a large home, and because people are asking for medium homes, they've stuck a 400 item limit on here and said, here you go, have a medium-sized home. It's got 400 slots, so it's got to be medium, surely. So yeah, I love this house so much. But ZeniMax can increase the item limit on this house. They have the ability to do so. Apparently 700 is like a max. We're not asking for 700 items. I'd be happy with 500 items in this house, but unfortunately you don't have many categories, ZeniMax, for houses. If you were to add a category for 500, this would be perfect. But as it is now, you don't have a category for 500, and this house is bigger than a medium house, and 400 is not enough. People love this house, and you're disappointing people because they want to buy this house and they want to make it beautiful, and they can't do that. And the reason they can't do that is because the item limit's too low. You're putting people off buying this because for some reason you've decided to give it a 400 limit. As it stands, the next limit up is 600. So you're going to have to increase this house to 600 if you want people to buy this house. I mean, I'm sure people will buy it anyway, and they'll be able to do stuff, block off areas if they want detail, or maybe they'll just completely neglect to put detail in the houses just so that they can fill it up. I don't know. But 400 items is ridiculous for this house, and you really need to consider that this house is too big for 400 and it is not a medium house. We need a 600 item limit in this house, not 400. So I'm just going to show you a quick video clip now from ESO Live a while back when they spoke about item limits.
Do you want me to answer a couple questions first?
Oh, sure. Whatever order you want to do it.
Cool.
It's cool with me.
I just wanted to address a few things that came up on the forums. When we did the Q&A for combat, we noticed plenty of housing questions as well.
They're like, no, housing, please.
So I know item slots are one of people's biggest concerns. They are there for performance reasons. We really can't go above our current limits right now. And we've selected these limits to try and give people a balance between the different objects that you might want to place in your home. And it's really important to us that even if maybe your rig would work at a higher count, that anyone who's playing the game can still go into your house and have a good experience. Like, it's really important for us that the community can share in that way. So that's the reason for the limits being where they are right now. The furnishing bag is an additional thing that comes up a lot. People see the craft bag, which holds an infinite number of crafting materials.
That is awesome.
As super awesome. And you want that for other stuff, right? I've heard people ask about a gear bag. I've heard people ask about furniture bag.
Yeah.
I mean, as a non-designer, I feel like, hey, why can't you just make it, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that how design works?
Awesome furnishing packs, and you're like, whoa, okay, I just 100 items in my bag.
Please.
Yeah, we try to avoid having too wide of a spread of items in a bundle, but they're still a little chunky because we try to put a lot in there.
Yeah.
But the problem with furnishings or gear or other things like them is that, well, like you might end up with 4,000, iron ore or whatever.
And they stack.
Yeah. So we can basically do a trick where we say, And then the last question I wanted to talk about was small, medium, and plot homes, because those are some of the most requested categories.
I see that a lot too. Folks asking
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
slightly
we've
smaller
been-
houses.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of manors. So in PTS for Update 21, we showed off the Frostbolt Chasm, which is a medium home. That is still coming. You'll find out
TBD.
when fairly
No
soon,
ETA.
probably.
Yes.
Um,
Fairly
Hint, hint.
And we are going to continue, like the New Life home, in the snow globe, was
Yeah.
partly a response to that. So that was a home that the actual home size is about medium, but it's in a larger area, so we bumped the caps up to the large cap. So we are trying to fulfill those desires. We know
Yeah.
they're there, and we are.
You at least
paying
see the
attention to
feedback,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And hopefully you've seen that over the last few updates, we are trying to shift. So there's at least a few offerings coming up on those.
Yeah.
We should do a Tamriel tiny house.
Yes. Some people
I
just
don't-
want a cozy little house.
Sure.
That could be fun.
You can put a table. I guess that's sort of the in room, right? Those are pretty small.
Yeah, they
Yeah, you
are.
just pack everything up and then you bring it down when you need it, right?
Yeah, right. Have like little shelves that slide in
It's
and
the,
out.
it's the Bosmer Snug Pod.
Yeah, I really like that home. It's a really good starter home.
Yes.
Okay, so as you can see, Zenimax have said that the snow globe was a medium-sized house, apparently, but they gave it a 600 limit because of the large area that it was in. Let's go and have a look at the snow globe, shall we? Right, we're in the snow globe. So yeah, the garden in the snow globe is pretty huge. Go all the way around. It's much bigger than the garden at Lucky Cats, obviously. A lot of outdoor space here. A lot of it is inaccessible, but there is a lot of it that is accessible. So yeah, this is bigger. I mean, Lucky Cat's garden is big. It's not as big as this one. Right, we'll go round to the front. Okay, look at the house. So this is the main area. And the upstairs bit here too. So in Lucky Cat, we've got 2 rooms, about the size of this area here, I guess, a corridor, and then another room that's a bit smaller than that one. So already on this floor, looks like Lucky Cat's bigger. Then we've got the basement, which I don't even need to look at. This is way smaller than the second floor in Lucky Cat. The one in Lucky Cat's much, much bigger and much taller. Okay, now we're going to go round here and up into the tower. You might say, oh, well, this has got a tower too. Well, we've got a big balcony that's bigger than this tower in the Lucky Cat. So, yeah, the outside space is much bigger. But also, you have to think in Lucky Cat, because I guess they're considering people might want to build out here. In Lucky Cat, people might want to build, and you can build out quite far, and you can build a walkway in between both of the outside areas. And why would you allow us to build in those areas and then say you've got 400 limit? So yeah, the house is definitely bigger at Lucky Cat, even if all of this garden area is not anyway. So we're going to go back to the Lucky Cat again. Yeah, I'm starting to be concerned about the fact that this has 400 items just because Zenimax said that they're listening to us. We want more medium homes. Well, then why didn't you make this the home size of a medium home then? Why did you make it the size of a large home? The reason we want medium homes is because in general they're much nicer to furnish because it's a smaller space with a more reasonable item cap. But right now you're doing to medium homes exactly what you did to the 700 ones. I've just killed myself. That's how my character feels about this. So yeah, the 700 slot houses, you started to make those insane, and now you're doing it with medium ones, which is just ruining people's fun. You're ruining our fun, Zenimax. You basically the last one, which he mentioned, and I can't even think of the name of it right now, the medium Dwemer one. Basically that house was medium, and that was pushing it when it came to size. People who own that house now, I know, have trouble with it. You were really pushing your limits there when you gave that 400. Now it's like you've passed your limit because this is just ridiculous. It's just too much space for 400 items, and you really need to up it. I would say probably the best thing you could do right now is add a new category for 500, which this and Frostvault Chasm, they are numbered the name in the end. Frostvault Chasm, that needs to go in the 500 slots, and Mornoth Keep. Mornoth Keep isn't as bad as this one, but it's getting there. It's not the easiest medium home to decorate. It's pretty much a nightmare sometimes, to be fair. So yes, I think that you need to add a new category of homes with 500 slots. I think that's quite important, because sticking all of these houses into the same category can just be ridiculous sometimes, and there is no way that this house should be considered medium. So, as if I hadn't ranted on enough, there's something else I want to rant about. Oh yes. So what I'm going to do is go through some of the new furnishings quickly, which by the way are beautiful. I'm not going to be slagging them off. Let's just get the pack here. Furniture, Heartstay pack. We've got the dragon. I don't have anything to rant about with the dragon though, which I'll tell you why in a minute. So yes, we've got these beautiful new furnishings, which I did show you before, but we're going to go over them again. So we've got the sweet roll platter, beautiful, lovely. Stick it there so we can have a good look at it. You've probably already seen all of these if you watch my videos because I've already showed them. But I'm going to get them all out just to prove a point, basically. So we've got all of these wonderful, lovely new furnishings, which we love, especially this. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. There they are, holding hands. Yeah, and we've got a rug, and we've got some other bits. We've got the petals, which are beautiful. You get the picture. We've got Love Day chairs. We've got Love Day tables. This is what I want to talk about when it comes to these items. So these items are beautiful. I don't think anyone's saying they dislike these items whatsoever because they're really, really nice. Nobody dislikes them. The problem we have right now is that this DLC is a Southern Elsewhere, which we were told was all about pirates, and we've got like all of this falling down city you can see over there. And we were waiting for furnishings that related to that. We wanted furnishings that were kind of like relating to Southern Elsewhere, but we got Heartstay furnishings, which, I mean, if they're related to Heartstay, I can only imagine these furnishings aren't even going to be available until February, so not for another 6 months, because, I mean, there's no reason why we would get Heartstay things now. It's like they usually show Halloween stuff around this time, but it's like they showed us the Heartstay things instead. I can't understand why we haven't got any Southern Elsewhere furnishings, and if we don't get them later on in the PTS, this means we've got no new furnishings for this DLC apart from some vines. We have the achievement ones, but sadly I'm on the EU server, and you need to have completed Northern Elsewhere to be able to do Southern Elsewhere, so that you can unlock the achievement furniture and the last room in the Hall of the Lunar Champion. So I'm not going to be able to show you those until the EU transfer, which, if they do an EU transfer, because last time they didn't even really give us one, which was a pain. I love the fact that on the forums they're like got feedback thread, oh, did you do the quest and unlock Lunar Champion? And I was just like, there's no chance I'm going to do all of Northern Elsewhere to unlock it. They really should have given like a template character already unlocked these things. so that we could check them out, because it's not fair for those of us that are on the EU server at all. So yeah. Oh god, this is like turning into the rantiest rant video. Yeah. So, if you look at where are we? You go to purchase. So we have 110 rugs in this game. 110. 39 banners. 56 tapestries. We've got 86 tables, 60 chairs. We've got 64 pots, 34 different types of bread, 39 stockroom items. We've got 83 bookshelves. We've got 21 enchanted lights, 44 lanterns, 60 candles. Then look at the structural items. 7 blocks, 28 components. This is like including stairs, which has got 3, 4. Buildings, 3 doorways. Fences, although a lot of these are barricades, they've actual walls. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12, although this one is a really strange wall with nothing that matches and can only be bought with crowns. So we've got 12 walls, and a lot of these are all the same style. We've only got 1, 2, 4 styles, 5 styles of wall. So yeah, you can see we're having issues here. 26 platforms. A lot of these are like, I don't know why you would count that as a platform or that. Like, you can't use some of these as platforms. So you can see we're really lacking in structural items, and I think a lot of people were like, have been waiting for weeks and weeks for this update, and we came on and had a look at the new furnishings. And although we love these items and think they're beautiful, we were disappointed. We were disappointed that we didn't have more. We were disappointed that we didn't have items relating to this DLC, which is a really cool theme with pirates, and like, I think we were all very excited about that. And I mean, mostly we're disappointed that we can't have a look at the achievement furnishings. We can't look at the new Lunar Champion room. And we're disappointed because the only new items we got are related to a festival, which is 6 months away. So yeah, that's another thing. So ZeniMax, please, please, it's not like you can't up the limit here. We need this house to have a higher item limit because it's ridiculous, and 400 makes literally no sense for this house. And if you don't raise it, then you're going to put people off buying it. So if you want to make your monies, I would say you want to raise the cap here. Also, if you're not giving us more furnishings, or if you are, either way, people have been asking about this on the forums and we've got no response. So if you are not giving us more furnishings, or if you are, either way, you need to let us know, because people are all speculating and people are getting stressed, and I think that you should probably tell us one way or the other, because communication seems to be quite poor at this point. I think you need to let us know if we're getting more furnishings this PTS cycle or not. If we're not, fine, we can move on. We're not going to like cry about it. We'll just be like, okay, it's a bit of a pain, but like you just need to let us know what's going on, really. And also you need to sort out your PTS so that we can have the things that we have on EU on NA, and same the other way around, because it's really, really irritating when it's NA transfer, which is 90% of the time or more, and we can't do anything because we're on our template characters. So what you really, 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 really need to do is not force everybody to ruin the quest. I mean, some people won't be doing those quests to have a look at the Hall of Lunar Champions, sorry, because they don't want to waste their time doing quests on the PTS, like the whole quest line, because they want to save that for when the DLC goes live. Sorry, I keep jumping off. They want to save it for when the DLC goes live. I would happily do it, but I can't because I haven't done Southern elsewhere, which is ridiculous. I mean, what, you expect people to do the whole Northern elsewhere quest line and then the whole Southern elsewhere quest line on PTS just to tell you what we think about your Lunar Champion? If you want to know what we think about your Lunar Champion, then unlock your Lunar Champion. If you want to know what we think about the achievement items, give us a PTS test character that can have a look at them. Or give us a PTS test character that has completed North and Elsewhere, so that your players on the European server can also have a look at the new things, because it's not fair. Right. I think that's enough ranting for now. I've just literally been going on and on and on and on talking about all sorts of things that have been irking me since PTS dropped. I hope that you enjoyed. Please do let me know in the comments what you think about the item limit in this house. Any good points you can bring up that can help our case trying to get Zenimax to listen would be wonderful. I'm going to make a whole forum post about this. I mean, I've made a couple of little ones and commented, but I feel like we need to have a big thread about this. So I would quite like to hear what your opinions are, so that I can make a really nice informed piece of writing about this, so that I can maybe even send it to Zenimax so that they know what the community's feelings are about this. I'd also like to know what you think about the furnishings. And if you're on the NA server and you're on PTS and you have unlocked all of this stuff, like the Lunar Champion, I mean, the achievement items still, I won't be able to see them unless you buy them. But I would really love to have a look at the new Wing and Lunar Champion. So if you're on NA and on the PTS and you have done those quests, then please let me know and be my friend so I can come and see it. Alright, well thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see you again soon. Sorry again for the moany ranty rant. Okay, goodbye.